Let's go live. Hello, everybody. Hello, Carter Kessel. Hello, thanks for hopping on. Today we'll be talking again about the severe weather. Tomorrow most likely will not be on here. The reason for that is because tomorrow the severe weather won't be as big, so I will definitely not be as I don't think I'll be covering it. Today is a fairly large day, though. They have there's quite a bit of severe weather going on. Hello, everyone. Hello, Anna. Hello, Alex. And hello, Jenny. So if you go to the National Weather Service right now, we're looking at, a bunch of warnings, watches, advisories, everything along the lines of severe weather that could possibly get issued is issued. And this is really, it's a fairly big severe weather today. We have, we do have a couple of tornado warnings. There's one in northwestern Kansas, and if we go to it, it is encompassing the town of Colby. And, so there's a moderate issued, there's a moderate, I don't know how to say this, criteria of severe weather issued, which is fairly significant. If you go to the tornado warning, we're looking at the tornado radar indicated rotation. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter, and they're saying to take cover now. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 7 miles. I don't know if there's much hail with this. Let's see. It doesn't seem okay. Hail less than 3/4 of an inch, so that's not severe warned. Still haven't got my veg in because it's been very rainy and it has been impeding on the gardening weather. I'm watching the Weather Channel. Right now are they live right now? Are they covering it? I'm not sure. Maybe they are. But hello, everyone. I just want to do the quick live stream today. I don't think it'll be that quick. Maybe like 16 minutes. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Live feed doing okay today. Thank you. It says I'm not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I'm doing my best, but there's also several severe thunderstorms warnings across northern Texas and the Panhandle of Texas and Panhandle of Oklahoma. And if we go to click on it, you can see it's a fairly large area. It's several counties. It's a fairly big system of storms. High unusual stuff. Hello. To Laugh and Laugh, thank you. Glad to hear that. And if we go for severe thunderstorm, weren't they just in severe thunderstorm warning? Did I just click on something wrong? Hold on. Let's just click on this severe. Okay, maybe it expired or something because I can't seem to find it. I think it literally expired a couple of minutes ago, maybe. Has weakened. Okay, no longer pose. Yeah, so it has been expired. Has allowed to expire. That's kind of what I thought. Or was that something? Well, here's a severe thunderstorm warning for it. I'm not sure. But it's basically hail and wind is going to be the biggest threat. Not tornadoes. No, hit that thumbs up, people. Thank you. Thank you, Richard, and to Laugh and Laugh. You could see that there's quite a bit of area that is again going to be impacted. Similar areas. There's also an event that will happen across the east. This will include areas like Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia. These areas are going to be also seeing a little bit of severe weather. Nothing incredible in terms of danger, but definitely something to keep an eye on. So let's go to the radar and see what's exactly going on here. So you can see to the north across northern Ohio and Pennsylvania, there's not much severe activity. It's mainly just some light rain. But if we go further south, you start seeing these brighter colors, these thunderstorms. Some of them are warned. They could produce some large hail and damaging winds. That's the main threat. And over here, this is where the tornadoes could occur. And you can see they're starting to really develop and starting to form into these big bands and clusters almost. of heavy rain and severe thunderstorms. So I wanted to show you the Storm Prediction Center, what they have to say about this whole event. Heat index of 101 today in Vegas. Yeah, is that Vegas? Is that, I think, VA, or is that something else? I don't know what that is. Is that Virginia? No, I'm sorry. I think that's Vegas. No, VA. I'm sorry. I'm just really out of it today. But you can see that it says a moderate risk of severe thunderstorms is forecasted for today and tonight. So that has increased since yesterday. Yesterday it was just enhanced. Today it's moderate across Kansas, panhandle of Texas, and into Colorado. So that is definitely a little, higher than we'd like it to. You could see the moderate area encompasses cities like Amarillo, Texas, Garden City, Liberal, Kansas, Hereford, Texas, and Dumas, Texas, Virginia. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know why I didn't really catch on to that. Okay, yeah, it's been really hot across many of these areas, like extremely hot across the southeast. It's been very hot, so yeah, I'm not surprised at all across the southeast. And you can see across these areas, it's a moderate. So again, moderate is basically, I think it's widespread, not widespread, but a little more widespread than enhanced, but not a high risk. But they're still fairly widespread and fairly severe, but a high is like very widespread and very severe. Southwest Chicago, muggy, sunny, but something is brewing. Yeah. It finally got sunny here across Chicago right now. As I look out the window, it's finally the sun came out. But it is muggy. It's just wet and humid. Richard, Kansas City, really muggy. Yes. There's many locations that are really muggy right now. And it's basically the whole Midwest right now is just waterlogged. And you can see that for this, severe thunderstorms are likely. This is basically like the synopsis, the summary. So severe thunderstorms are likely through tonight across much of the Central Plains and Southern High Plains, with all aspects of severe weather expected. So yes, that does mean tornadoes are a possibility. Additional severe thunderstorms are possible through this evening across portions of the Ohio Valley to the Mid-Atlantic. And you could see that there's just, again, many risks. There could be hail, rain, wind, and all in between. And this will all lead to quite a bit of, again, mess. Quite a bit of, concern with this. So let's just go to the radar right now. Let's just zoom in on one of these areas. And let's see, okay, I don't know if that really did anything. Let's click on any of these areas and see what we could see from this. So you can see there's a low right here across. There's a low across. What state is that? That is Nevada and California, and this is basically spinning up a bunch of severe thunderstorms on the north side of it, or on the east side of it. And then up here there's snow. Actually, yes, there is mountain snow. There's actually quite a bit of it, which is pretty bizarre because it's so late, but in the season, but there's still snow across the mountains. Not completely unheard of though. And I wanted to click on okay, let's click on population. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. Never mind. Okay, so let's just go back to the National Weather Service and click on some other watches and warnings that we have to go over. So again, if you're just joining, the biggest threat that we have today is across the let's go to convective. It's across the red and the yellow area and the orange areas. Those are big threats. So you live in those areas, and the cities are right here: Philadelphia, Baltimore, Denver, Washington, D.C., Wichita, Kansas. Those are only the biggest cities in the slate. Then you are under threat. Under threat for pretty significant severe weather, and you should definitely keep your eyes to the sky and on the radar. If you live in the orange or the red, then you should also be careful. You should even be more careful. The orange or red, that's even higher, and that's Salina, Kansas, Clovis, Kearney, Dodge City, Hastings, and then a bunch of cities in Texas and Kansas in the red. So definitely something to be diligent about, as this could be fairly destructive. We don't often see a moderate being issued, but they decided to do it for today. In terms of the categorical risks, you can see, each one by one, the tornado is fairly high. I mean, It's a 15%, not completely, too low, but definitely there. Wind is 45% chance or greater, which is, it's almost significant. Hail is also fairly significant, 45% or greater hail probability. So definitely something to be diligent about. You could see a lot of people are, again, similar cities in Philadelphia, Baltimore, Denver, Washington, D.C., Amarillo, Texas, also under it. So let's look at some of the weather models and see what's coming in the future. So this is 20Z Sunday, which is basically the newest one that just came out and is fully in. So again, we're seeing a little bit of severe weather across the southeast, and right now we're only seeing in the phase of exploding. These thunderstorms will explode even more as we go on into the evening hours, but I will not be probably covering that because I don't really want to live stream for that long. But you can see definitely this explodes into a fairly big complex and then moves on during the day into the Midwest. Sorry about that, Midwest, Wisconsin, and Illinois. I don't think it's going to be severe. At least it doesn't seem like it with that first wave, but it may get severe in the afternoon across parts of northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin with those isolated little cells that may end up producing more damage than we'd like. You can see those are getting pretty concerning, and that's why we have a flood. That's why we have a slight risk for the northern Illinois, Iowa area, and Wisconsin. We have quite a bit of action going on with that, but if we go to the global model, which is the one that goes out way further than just 30 hours, let's go to 12Z, the model run, which actually just went in fully. And let's see this. So right now, if we look at this, we're looking at quite a bit of, again, quite a bit of activity. We see that storm that's passing through right now across the Midwest, that's going to go through the plains. And if we go forward in time, you can see that this spreads out, and another one comes out on Wednesday, Tuesday into Wednesday, and this essentially leads to this leads to quite a bit of, again, rain and more severe weather. And then Thursday, we see another little system trying to erupt. So a lot of rain looks as if it's coming our way, or to many people's location. And this doesn't look, too good in terms of the flood conditions, because there's many people that are actually flooded right now, and there are, the conditions don't look to improve too much. If we go to okay, so now we're at Monday, June 2nd, Sunday. It seems to calm down for the Midwest, but it's still going on in the upper Midwest and Northeast, but it's still going on fairly vigorous across the plains. And then maybe a little bit of a break. In terms of temperatures, if we want to go to temperatures, 2-meter temperature shaded, we'll be looking at some fairly warm temperatures, I would say, and that's what is required to fuel some of those thunderstorms. I hear hurricane season will be late this year, slipping to with El Nino. Yeah, it could be, but there's a lot more than El Nino that go into it, so we'll just have to wait and see. No, it's supposed to be normal. Yeah, we'll just have to see. It could be not normal, could be normal, could be, it's a lot of uncertainty. So if we go further on here, we see that the temperatures are going to be staying fairly moderate, fairly calm, but there's going to be, it's definitely going to be warm in some locations, hot in some, like the southeast. So I kind of want to quickly go over that, but this is not loading for some reason. It's taking quite a bit of time, so I don't really know what's going on. But there we go. You can see this is for Sunday. So this is your Sunday high temperature. You can see there is quite a decent amount of people, most of the country in the 70s, 80s, and even the 90s and 60s. And this is what's leading to that severe weather to spawn day after day. I mean, we're seeing such bright conditions. You think we will get hot weather soon, Anna? Well, I think we might get a little bit of hot weather around the June time frame, where we around the June time frame of, what was it? Around after May, so after May ends, we could get fairly warm across the Midwest. You can see this is Tuesday, May 28th, fairly warm, especially across the southeast. Look at the southeast, very warm. very, very, very warm, and then that continues. So this is now Wednesday. You can see getting some hotter conditions across the Chicago area. So that's you, Anna. And we continue to see. Okay, so Thursday a little bit cooler, still warm in the southeast. Friday still fairly warm. Saturday gets a little bit warmer. Sunday, moderate, not too hot across the plains or Midwest, but definitely still hot across the southeast. Very hot across the southeast. And then if we go through Monday, we see the temperatures, fairly stagnant. Many locations seeing same temperatures they've been seeing. And then we could actually see a brief cool off. You could see into the 60s, but it's still that's far out, and that's at this point speculation. So we'll just have to see what happens exactly, because this still may change. So that's basically all I wanted to go over, guys. Just give you a quick update on this stuff. I just wanted to show you that this is basically, this is what's going on. This is what's, where you should take shelter, where you should take cover. There's plenty of areas under flash flood watches, under flood warnings. Let's just go to southeastern Kansas. And I think I'll be ending this live stream soon, guys, because I don't know if you could tell, but I keep yawning for some reason. I don't really know why. Do anything with your garden channel. Anxious to see what you're doing. Yeah, thank you, Anna. So right now I am doing plenty with my pumpkins and potatoes and tomatoes. Everything is growing phenomenal. The fruit trees are just doing fantastic. So I'm really enthralled by that. Thank you for doing for saying that, for for caring about my garden. So you can see that there's a lot of flood warnings, a lot of flash flood warnings, and many of these locations have been seeing rain and will continue to see rain. So this is definitely a little bit, too much of a good thing. Good live report, buddy. Keep it up. Thank you to Laugh and Laugh. I appreciate it. So I think I will be ending it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing. Consider, just staying active on this channel. And I'll catch you all, guys, in the next episode. Groundhogs like pumpkin. I hear pumpkins. Yes, they do. They definitely do. But we don't have groundhog problems here. So thank you, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next episode or live stream.